Hey, yeah, oh, 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 yeah.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, in the news and the politics and shit, I haven't really seen anything major except for, everybody knows that Trump went off about the border, bringing in, people that shouldn't be here. I don't care. Listen, you can get pissed at me all you want. There may be some decent individuals who are Muslims or whatever, but Islam and Christianity, they do not mix. Islam is a radical, evil cult religion. It's the second world's most dangerous cult-like religion. The first one is feminism, of course, but they don't mix. You can't mix Islam and Christianity. It don't work. They are invaders. They are not here to bring peace. It's BS. If you read the Quran, it literally shows you, that their so-called guy that they're calling a prophet, which he was not. He was just a guy. He went into a cave. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I mean, big time. The dude was nuts. He went into a cave, supposedly, and talked to demons called jinn. And that's what they base their religion on. It's an evil religion. But anyways, I don't believe in religion anyway. I don't care what it is. Even Christianity, there's some good stuff about Christianity, but it's a religion. I don't care. It could be Wicca. It could be spiritualism. I don't care. All religions were written by men, period. Not a supreme being. That doesn't mean I don't believe that there is some kind of entity that created anything. I do believe there is a creator. But it's pure arrogance for any man, past or present, to claim they know what that creator wants. They're so full of shit. That's why I don't like any religion. I don't believe in any religion. Just the fact that there is an entity that's called the Creator. He created everything. Okay, anyways, enough of that. But yeah, all I saw in politics was, Trump going off, saying, all these people need to go. He put all the Somalians back. Good. Tired of hearing them bitch about how bad our country is, when they are so ungrateful for all of this free shit we give them. Go fuck yourselves. Send them back. But anyways, that's all I saw is him going off of that, that girl, National Guardsman being killed and shit like that. But I wanted to talk to you about one thing that I thought was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you know about that. I didn't know anything about this. The only reason why I know about it is because, I saw a video by Asmongold, or Zach, where he's reacting to a video about streamer awards. And I'm like, streamer awards? What the fuck are you talking about? Apparently Twitch has streamer awards that they consider on tier of like the Golden Globe Awards, celebrities, Hollywood. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Nobody knows who you motherfuckers are. And you're having streamer awards? Get the fuck out of here. You're so dumb. These motherfucking streamers on Twitch and shit, all the drama that Asmongold fucking watches about them and shit, it's so dumb. It's dumb. And Husan Buttpucker, everybody makes fun of that motherfucker. Dude, you got to be a moron. I'm serious. You have to be a fucking retarded moron to keep watching that motherfucker. You're dumb. You're stupid. And I've seen so many YouTubers make fun of that dumbass. And he's a dumbass. I mean, he literally, shits on his audience, his viewers, calls them names and all kinds of. But these dumb morons keep watching his dumbass, and I don't get it because he's so dumb. But anyways, he was whining, bitching because he didn't get an award for the streamer award. Oh my God, you just fucking stupid. So dumb. So dumb. Now, my next rant, I'm warning you, I'm fixing to give you another rant. Not major, because I really don't care. I want to point this shit out because it irritates the piss out of me when I see this shit. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate these YouTubers who go on and use an avatar, like a Japanese anime avatar, while they're fucking doing a reaction video or some shit. It's so dumb. It's like the only reason why they do that, they use an avatar or they put a mask on their face, is because they don't want motherfuckers making fun of them because they're fucking ugly as fuck. Look, I'm butt fuck ugly, man. I am fugly. I don't give a shit. Who fucking cares? I've heard it all. I've heard all the short jokes, the fucking tall jokes, the fucking, the face jokes, the four eyes, I've heard it all. I don't give a flying fuck. It don't bother me. Who gives a flying fuck if you don't like the way I look? Ooh, yeah. I don't fucking care. Anyways, but these people do. And for them to go and they're such hypocrites because they're like, that's not why I do it. Yes, it is. That's exactly why they do it. Because they don't want people making fun of them. Who fucking cares? And they're all like, I don't fucking care about this or that. I'll just say whatever the fuck I want. Well, obviously do, because you're using a fucking stupid ass Japanese cartoon anime character for your fucking avatar. Instead of just putting your face out there. Fucking retard. But there was one individual who was reacting to Asmongold, and I saw it. Yeah, I absolutely hate, I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate when YouTube suggests shit and you go and watch that video even though you've never even heard of this YouTuber, and the next thing you know, fucking the next time you refresh and you go to look at your YouTube suggestion page, it's like 50 fucking videos of that person, that YouTuber. I'm like, why? Because I watched one fucking video of theirs? Fuck off. But anyways, because I watch Asmongold sometimes, it put this individual on my fucking, and I watched it. I was like, what the fuck, you know? And I absolutely hate when they've got to pause the video and then talk for 15 minutes, let it go for like 2 seconds, pause, talk again for 15 minutes, let it go for another 30 seconds and pause, and then talk another 50, to make the video fucking like 2 hours fucking long. And the one I watched was some chick with blue hair who didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were dumber than shit. And it just drove me up the wall. She kept fucking pausing the video. It's like, fuck off. Let the video play. I want to watch what he has to say, not what you have to say. Jeez. Anyways. I hate that shit. That shit drives me up the fucking wall. If you can't put your face on your fucking videos, don't fucking do them. Seriously. It's dumb. Anyways, I'm moving on. That's my rant about YouTubers that do that avatar bullshit. It's retarded. Sometimes they'll even change their voice. Like this chick, she changed her voice. It was so dumb. I hate that shit. Anyways, moving on to what I really want to talk to you about this week. I just got done watching. I told you I had a bunch of shit coming down the pipeline. I'm getting there. I'm getting closer to getting caught up a little bit. Only because I was watching that Fear of the Walking Dead, which I finally got done, and I'll give a review on that eventually. I even got done the new season of Daryl Dixon of The Walking Dead, which I'll do that one soon too. But first, I got done watching a little ways back, a couple months ago, that fucking Twisted Metal, the television show, which literally practically has nothing to do with the actual video game. They throw some... I hate when television shows throw elements of a video game or, you know, a previous story from a book or old television show or older movie, and they've reworked it and redone it and blah, blah, blah. They just throw elements of that shit, that story, and then they redo the entire fucking story. And that's what this show does. Yeah, they have a competition here, but it's nothing like the video game. The Minion character was just, oh my god. I wanted to laugh so fucking hard. It's supposed to be his sister, which, that's not his sister in the video game. I'm sorry. Roadkill is a nobody. He just comes in for a couple of games. I mean, fuck off. Anyway, and he's white. He's not black. He doesn't have a sister. Dollface is not black. She's white. And her story's completely different than what they've gotten this television show. And Minion drives a fucking huge ass tanker. Not some fucking... it's not like some robotic suit that the character wears. It's so dumb. Pops out this fucking crate and starts shooting missiles. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're so dumb. The only character, two characters I actually like, I kind of like the guy who plays Sweet Tooth. He's alright. He don't bother me. I mean, he's not perfect, but he's alright. But they make him dumber than shit. And in the game, he's not. He's a smart fucking serial killer. They can't ever catch him. But in this show, they make him dumber than shit. Which I don't know why they did. Because it's not his character. But the guy who plays Calypso, dude, he's good. I like him as Calypso. I didn't think I would at first. I thought, oh, not this guy. I've seen him before. He's okay as an actor. But he does a fucking awesome job as Calypso. I like him as Calypso. That's the only part of the show that's redeemable. Well, I take that back. I actually like the guy who played Axel too. He was actually pretty cool. He fit the fucking part. The whole drinking oil and shit though, that doesn't make, I don't care if he's been reworked or whatever. That's so dumb. That's not in the game. So, and Quiet. Quiet is not anywhere. You will not find Quiet in any of the games. It was solely a feminist character that was brought on the show. The boss, what's his face? The guy who's playing Roadkill. That's literally the only reason she's in this fucking show. That character should not be in there. I hate that fucking character with a passion. And she's not good looking. The actress is not good looking at all. Ugh. And then they brought in this little teeny bopper girl to play Mayhem. Mayhem is a dude, a white dude in the game. Not some Chinese looking fucking sassy feminist bitch who looks up after the other feminist bitch that's not supposed to be in the show. Anyways, they left it off again. I don't know if they're actually going to do season 3 or not. But they left it off like they're all going to go after fucking Calypso, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I give it 2 thumbs down. It's just, the story is shit. It is shit. The writers do not know what the fuck they're doing. I hate this show. Like I said, the only reason I watched it is to give you guys fair warning about it. And the only redeemable shit in it, like I said, is Calypso, Axel, and kind of Sweet Tooth. But the rest of it's dumb. Like the fat dude, what the fuck, dude? That's like it, Sweet Tooth's sidekick. What the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of here with that motherfucker. Stupid. It's dumb. It's a dumb show. Anyways, let's get on to your B-movie reviews. Alright, movie holics, so let's get on to your B-movie reviews. Now, I went with a couple of cult classics for Action Week. Action Week is, I've done a little, I kind of made it more of a comedy Action Week, or action adventure, I guess, blah, blah, blah. But, and it's probably 2 movies most people have heard of around the world. I went with the Indiana Jones films because I haven't done them yet, and I don't really consider them what you would call B movies, but they are cult classics, so they kind of fit in the category. Of course, the first one is called Raiders of the Lost Ark, and everybody knows that Harrison Ford stars in it. And then his partner or co-host or co-star is Karen Allen. Now, if you don't know who Karen Allen is, you've been living under a rock. It's one of the most beautiful brunettes from the 80s. She maybe seen them. I have done a review on the movie Starman with Jeff Daniels or whatever, or Bridges. She stars in it as well. She's been around for a long time. Anyways, great actress. What I didn't know was the film actually was released in 1981. I thought it was a little later than that. But I haven't watched this film in years. It's been a really good minute. I watched it when I was a kid or whatever, and it made about 390 million worldwide. Now, for the early 80s, that's fucking phenomenal, honestly. And I know Steven Spielberg directed these films, but George Lucas was kind of co-directing with him. So they both were in on these films, Steven and George. But anyways, Indiana Jones, as most people know, is an archaeologist. Now, he's an archaeologist right in between World War I and World War II. Is mainly when he's an archaeologist. Now he goes out and he works for a museum. He's a professor of archaeology, and he goes and works for this. I think it's a British museum. He goes and he goes out on expeditions, gathering antiques and shit for the museum. Now, along the way, he runs into some despicable people sometimes, and he's got to do shady deals, and how he's getting away with killing people, I don't know. As far as I knew back then, it was against the law even back then to be going around killing people, but apparently he can get away with that shit. But anyways, in the first film, they go on the whole spiel of how the Nazis wanted to collect relics from the past, biblical relics, or relics that supposedly had legendary magical powers. They get involved in looking for the lost Ark of the Covenant that held the Ten Commandments, supposedly given to Moses on top of Mount Sinai. I think that's the name of the mountain. And it was kept in the Ark of the Covenant. And anywhere a army led with this Ark, or this Covenant, or Ark box, or whatever, they would decimate the other army. Like some power was with the Ark. That's the legend, the story. Anyways, in this movie, he goes to seek out the Ark before the Nazis get a hold of it. Now, he has a bad guy that, a villain, some French archaeologist that he keeps running into. He runs into him at the very beginning of the movie. And barely gets away with his life. They're like competitors or whatever. But the French guy seems to always steal his shit. He gets it, and the French guy steals it. Anyways, they eventually do, spoiler alert. I don't know why it'd be a spoiler. This is an old ass movie, but they do eventually find the Ark, and it fucks up the Nazis. And then Indiana Jones, he takes it back, but then fucking the government or whatever takes the Ark from him. And then, they pay the museum, so at least they got that. They're lucky to have gotten that. He gets the girl, but they take the Ark, and they just say, oh, it's being kept safe. And that's the end of the movie. This is a great movie, obviously. I mean, it made buku money. 2 thumbs up. If you want an action adventure with some comedy in it, this is your movie. Okay. The next one is called Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, the first one didn't have Indiana Jones tagged onto it, but the later films do. This was done in 1984, and it made about 333 million worldwide. That's still fucking amazing for an 80s flick, early 80s flick. Instead of Karen Allen as the co-star in this one, in the female lead, it is Kate Capshaw. And of course you have Harrison Ford. Now they went a different route with this one. There's no Nazis in this one. Instead, they go to India and they find this village where the children have been taken as slaves, and there's a sacred stone that's supposed to be magical that belongs to the village, that they think helps everything go well for the village. Like, the crops are good, they have plenty of rainwater, blah, 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 their lives are really good because of this magical rock. And of course, Indiana Jones knows about the magical rock and its properties, and knows that there's supposed to be 4 more of these rocks given to one of their gods, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, at the very beginning of the film, you start off in China, and he's trying to acquire a diamond. It's supposedly some kind of diamond artifact. It's a diamond, but it's some kind of artifact. Well, it gets all messy, and he ends up getting in a big old fight with these Chinese gangsters, thugs, or whatever. And this one, I think, it's actually set before the time period. It's actually set before the events in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Don't quote me that. I think so, if I remember the time period. So anyways, he escapes there. Kate Capshaw plays this famous lounge singer who's named Willie or whatever. She's a blonde, and she ends up getting caught up with him on this adventure. There's another individual which you might know from the movie Goonies. The little Chinese kid or whatever, he's called Roundhouse in this movie. He's kind of his sidekick. Anyways, there is a stunt where they're falling out of the plane on a raft, and this has been debunked. They wouldn't survive. It's not possible. So that's pure fantasy. Mythbusters did a whole thing on it, tested it out many times. It's not possible. Anyways, like I said, they end up in India after China at the very beginning of the movie. And then the Indians, they want him to go get the stone and the children back for the village. Reluctantly, he goes ahead and agrees to do it for the Shikara stones. He wants the stones. And apparently, according to legend, there's a palace at one time, hundreds of years ago, where this evil, some cult worshipped some evil god or whatever. And apparently it's back and open in business, and that's where he's got to go get the stones. Find out that the children are there to dig up 2 remaining stones. They have 3 of the stones, but there's 2 missing, and they believe they're buried somewhere down underneath the palace. So that's why the children are there. They're used as slaves to dig for these stones. Well, while they're investigating and blah blah blah, they run into a little bit of muck with the high priest, and apparently they're using some type of drug to drug some of the people to make them do their bidding. But eventually they end up fighting off everybody, freeing the kids, and taking them back to the village. He loses the stones but 1. He gets 1 stone. During the fight, he loses the other 2. But he gives the stone back to the village instead of taking it to the museum. He says in the movie, it's just going to collect dust. It's just going to be another piece on there, and these people need it more than the museum does. So Indy has a good heart. The character, anyway. But anyways, this is a really good movie. I like the way they went with this. Like, I think they should have stuck with this premise where they're doing something different with each movie instead of just the Nazis all the time. They're fighting the Nazis all the time. I understand he's in that time period. Once in a while he may run into him, but for the most part, he's doing, he's running into other places and looking for other mythical items than just fucking shit, biblical crap that the Nazis are trying to get to. But anyways, I like this one. I probably like this movie better than all the other movies, just because it's different. They're not running into the Nazis all the time. Now, there are 3 other movies. However, I do not consider that Disney feminist trash they just put out as part of the Indiana Jone series. It's not. It's not canon. It's Disney filth. And I didn't like it worth the fuck. I watched it. I did a review on it. You can go back through my videos and watch it if you want to, but it was trash. God awful. That chick was unbearable to watch. They're trying to make him Mrs. Jonesy. Fuck off. But anyways, I will watch the other 2. The Last Crusade and was it the Crystal Skull shit. I'll watch those two next action round. This one I give 2 thumbs up. Probably the best one in the whole series. I love this movie better than the others. Okay. So that's all I have for you for this week's B movies, or cult classics, basically. If you have any thoughts about what I talked about earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you could think of any movies that are seriously B-rated, or you think I never even heard of or seen before, please leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below. I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So until next time, I told you to be told the truth, and you just been told.